Hey y'all, it's your girl Michaela Janae here, back with another video. And in today's video we will be doing a Mardi Gras inspired makeup look, and I have my girl Justice back again for another client tutorial. So let me know if you guys like her face on my channel. I can keep her coming back if she wants to for more looks. Today I am coming in with some new products, except for this brow pencil. So I'm coming in with this, I think it's like a LA Colors brow pencil, and I'm outlining her brow and filling it in with some eyeshadow. I think I went a little bit darker with her brows today, so I'm kind of blending it towards the front. You guys know my little brow technique. Now I'm using a new e.l.f. concealer, like the e.l.f. Camo concealer, I believe, to clean up underneath her brows, and I'm using this light color. I don't know the name of any of these because I just recently brought them, so I will try to list it down below. I'm gonna try. Don't hold it to me, but I'm gonna try. So as you see, this color is nice and light, lighter than what I used last time, but I like using a lighter color underneath the brow to make it pop more. So that is what I am doing with my small angled brush, just making sure it is nice and clean and crisp. I don't know why I struggled this time with the brows, like there was no reason for that, but they come together at the end. I promise you, they come together at the end. So now I'm using a e.l.f. concealer that is closer to her skin tone, like literally it is exactly her skin tone, and cleaning up the top of her brow, once again trying to get them skinny as possible. So that is what you see me doing, just cleaning that up. Now I'm using my little spoolie to blend out the front, because I love a good fade. Like no matter what, you can't never tell me that my eyebrows are blocky, because I be trying to fade the front. So right now I'm taking my fluffy brush and blending that in, making sure that you don't see any harsh lines. I like everything blurry, okay? Now I'm going in with more of my lightest e.l.f. concealer as an eyeshadow blade, as an eyeshadow base, because I am going to be using some bright colors today, and I love a nice white base for bright colors. So I'm just putting that on and blending it out with that same fluffy brush. Now I'm using my setting powder, and I believe I'm using the Airspun, and I'm setting her brows and everything. I love to set the brows because it helps to reduce shine. I find that people and myself get shiny on their brows when you use brow products. So right now I'm going in with my dark green out of my James Charles palette, and my purple from the James Charles palette, and I'm going to be using the purple from my Juvia's Place, I think it's the Zulu palette. And I'm going to be blending those out. Then I'm going to be using my lime green out of my Taking to Brazil palette to blend out that darker green, kind of like a transition shade. And then I'm going to be using the light purple out of my James Charles palette to blend in my darker purple. Can I talk? I'm sorry, y'all. I just woke up from a nap. But the blending queen is blending out the eyeshadow once again. So I'm just going to keep blending until it is nice and blurry and the colors are meshing together how I need them to be. Now I'm going in with my concealer, and I have her blink so I know where her natural lid space is, and I like to go a little bit higher than that because she does have hooded eyes, and it's so important for people to see the cut crease when your eyes are open, not just when they're closed. So it's important to go a little bit higher than what their actual crease is. So right now I'm just doing the little halo eye effect that I'm trying to give, and trying to make sure that they're even on both eyes. And if you see that one is uneven, I will go in at the end and fix that. So the right one is a little bit higher than the left, and I'm going to fix that at the end. So right now I'm going in with my light gold out of my James Charles palette. Whenever you're using a shimmer, please wet your brush with like the Mario Badescu spray or your setting spray. It just helps it go on like a liquid eyeshadow. And I went in with my purple and my green to blend into that gold, and now I am using my Black Radiance, I believe, eyeliner to just do one simple black line on her eye I didn't want to do a wing because it is a halo look. I just want to keep that little circular, you know, vibe going on. So right now I am just perfecting my line, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the left eye. So now I'm going in with my brand new primer. This is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer, and I actually liked this. It worked really well, and it really did keep her matte. So I'm blending this out with my flat, really dense brush. This is a brush that I got from Ulta in a set around the holidays. So this is kind of new also, and I'm just blending that all over her face and applying a little bit more around her eye area, where she tends to get more oily and in her smile lines. So I'm just putting a little bit more there. And then next you're going to see me apply some setting powder, my brand new setting powder, which is the Morphe banana powder, underneath the foundation. Like I said, I want to try to see how matte I could get her, so I was trying new different techniques. So now I'm using my e.l.f. I'm using my e.l.f. foundation this time, and I'm using the colors Maple and Latte, and I mixed it to get her color, and I think it matched really well. So I am just blending it out with that same brush, and let me know what you think about how matte I was able to get her. I think it looked really nice. I don't want like a super matte Barbie looking finish, but I do love a natural skin airbrushed finish, and that's what I was going for in this video. So after I applied it with my brush, I am going in with my sponge and continuing to blend out the foundation. And I like using both sometimes to really blend it out, make sure that it's all over the skin and I have a nice even surface before I move forward. So now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer and applying it underneath her eye. I don't know the color of this either, but I will try to list it. And I'm going to apply it underneath her eye, on her nose, a little bit on her forehead, underneath her nose, and on her chin. And remember last time I was talking about the coverage of the LA Girl Pro Concealers? This concealer definitely gave me the appropriate coverage that I needed. And now I'm going in with my sponge and blending out her highlight. And can I just say, I pride myself on doing all drugstore beats. Like, I want everyone to know that you do not have to have prestige products in your makeup kit when you're first starting out as a makeup artist. It is not essential. There are perfectly good dupes for designer products in the drugstore. You can get beautiful looks for a discounted rate at a cheaper rate. My kit is filled with drugstore. Like, the only professional brands I have are my palettes, really, and that's still not a lot. Okay, there's not a lot of that in my kit. So right now I'm going in with my Black Radiance foundation stick, and I'm using that to contour, and then I'm going in with my e.l.f. cream contour, once again all drugstore, and applying it to the places where I want to create a shadow in her face. And I'm applying that with just a small flat brush. And I'm using pretty warm colors, but it fits her face and it's not too dark. And now I am contouring her nose. Once again, not trying to make it skinny necessarily, just creating a shadow so it doesn't look one-dimensional. So now I am blending out her contour with the same sponge. I keep reiterating that it is so important to use the same brushes and the same sponges to blend all the makeup together. So that is what I like to do. Right now I'm blending out that contour and making sure it blends in with the highlight and with the foundation, and it could give a really blurry effect. Blending is the key to the airbrushed look, to that really smooth, perfect finish. So right now I'm blending out her nose contour with a fluffy brush. And now I'm setting her face with that new powder, the new banana powder once again. And as you can see, this powder is so fine. Like, this was my first time working with it, so I was kind of using a lot and I was kind of wasting a lot. So now I know how to better work with it. As you can see, it was kind of getting everywhere right here, but it helps for that mattified look. Okay, I'm also going to put some in her smile lines, because she smiles and laughs a lot, especially when we're together. We're joking all the time. So I'm just making sure that her face is nice and set. And I like how this powder doesn't leave a flashback, just like the Airspun, and it doesn't really leave a white cast either. So right now I'm going in with my contour palette. I think this is like Black Radiance, and it's in the medium. And I'm contouring her face. Well, I'm setting her contour with this powder and adding that warmth back in. And I just love how it's coming together. Like, I love this look with the new products, y'all. Like, ooh, it's giving Mardi Gras. Like, I just want to fall into my little accent because it's giving Mardi Gras. It's giving we need to be in New Orleans, like all that. So as you can see, she's just looking so pretty. I'm using that same contour powder on her nose to go over that a little bit. So now I'm going in with a little bit more of that powder and I'm baking. Like I said, I was just looking for the recipe for the perfect matte skin. So I was trying a lot of different things, and I'm so happy Justice allows me to do that. Like, yeah, I love when she is my model, because she allows me free range to try new products, see what works and see what doesn't work, and she's just along for the ride. So shout out to her. Now I am wiping the powder off once again, and as you can see, like, look how perfect the skin is looking. Look how matte it is. She couldn't help but to look at herself. Look at you, girl. So now I'm applying that blush, and it is the same blush that I used last time. It will be in the description box. But it is a nice color and it's not super duper pigmented. I also put a little bit on her nose too. Now I am going in with the highlight that is in the contour palette. This is not my favorite highlight, and it did not do what I needed to do, but it was a nice subtle glow. You guys didn't get to see, but I did place a little yellow at the outer corner of her eye underneath. But I also put a diamond in the middle, because like I said, baby, this is the Mardi Gras. Like, we need it to be blinging. We need it to be extra. So I had to add a diamond somewhere in there. Right now I'm going in with this brown lip liner, and it just glided on. I absolutely love using this lip liner. I'm going to try to see what brand it is. I think it's like NK. Yeah, I think it's like NK. Beauty supply store. You guys know beauty supply store brands. And I used a colored gloss, and this was the results. Like, look at this. I loved this makeup look. It is my new favorite. It was given skin, it was given airbrushed, all of that, and it was given Mardi Gras more especially. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment and let me know what look you would like me to do on Justice next. I'ma holler at y'all later.